Hello everybody, back here for my first episode of living at the farm with my father. And this ought to be interesting. I'm down here getting the house semi-ready to bring him back down. He moved to town, I don't know, a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. And now I'm back down here to go ahead and give it a shot. You can see there's bad steps and stuff here. Kind of an area that goes down to the basement. It's kind of a weird little deal. The trap door has never been redone. We put a new foundation underneath the house, but some of the stuff I'll work on that as time comes. Beautiful old door right here. There's a lot of just clutter and stuff. He'd gotten kind of bad. We didn't know how bad he was getting with his pain and all that kind of stuff, so a lot of things kind of fallen off. Nobody's been down to kind of help him clean up and kind of pick up things and organize stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and give you a general once over here. Then as time goes, I can hopefully find a few new things to kind of clean this place up a little bit and give him a new table and that kind of stuff. But this is the old pantry. That's actually a beautiful little pantry room, nice size and all that good stuff. There used to be a really beautiful little cabinet on the left-hand side here. It had a flour sifter and all that stuff in there, but it doesn't seem to be here anymore, so I don't know what happened to it. Sadly, it was a beautiful piece. Probably worth some money to a collector, but oh well, gone now, so apparently don't matter. The walls and stuff are cracked really bad. When they jacked the house up to put the whole new basement underneath it, there was a lot of damage to the plaster, lab and plaster type design. The paneling here, although dated and all that kind of stuff, it seemed to hold up pretty good through all that. I think all the plates and everything actually stayed on the wall in the move. You can see here where one of the panels is popped out. Just kind of something I'll work on, get some construction adhesive and that in there. I also want to look at maybe getting a new refrigerator, at least getting this thing cleaned up really good. There's some, well, let's knock his church key off there, but there's some good mold growing on it. Not a big fan of that idea, but there's, you can see some real disgusting spots here. Get that all cleaned up, but that's going to be, as I go, not that big a deal, but it's just one of those things that kind of sucks. This refrigerator's, I'm sure, older than I am. It does keep stuff cold, though. Need to get cleaned out. There's a lot of condiments in here that are really old, a lot of stuff that some old food needs to be thrown away and cleaned out. The freezer's looking good. Everything seems to be still frozen pretty well. I was excited about that. Really just, I don't know, just a lot of general cleaning. It's got the single sink, which sucks. All left our beer bottles from last time somebody spent the night down here. They're spread out all over the house. I picked them up, at least put them in the sink. The coffee pot, nobody bothered to empty before they left, and there's mold growing in it, so no more than coffee pots cost. I'll probably just buy a new coffee pot. Old stove, gas-fired stove. Haven't tried to turn it on yet, but I assume it still works. I assume the gas is still hooked up. Yep, gas is still hooked up, so good to go there. Happy that's still going. Bathroom in here. I'm not even sure if there's a light in here somewhere. I know there's a light. Where's the switch? Oh, there it is. Okay. It's one of the old switches that actually runs back and forth sideways instead of up and down. Kind of a neat little design. Some nice woodwork in here. It's got tons of paint on it. Needs to be redone. Just the shower curtain hung around the tub. Built-in tub. Not a big deal. Different sink. I don't remember that being there before, but that's been upgraded a little bit. It's got a kitchen faucet on it, which is kind of nice. Got a fairly wide sink here for a bathroom. Pretty tall. Definitely a nice little thing. Medicine cabinet with just general nothing major in it. Looks like some really outdated ibuprofen, some Tylenol in there, but old windows, nothing major, just everything kind of needs to be cleaned up. A lot of cracked glass, might be able to get it replaced. Really junky old toilet that I'm not a fan of. I like the oval toilets. These are the round ones, so no more toilet cost. I might also get that replaced just because I want to get him a raised, like more of a handicap and easy set stool. Won't be that big a deal to do. The air vents and stuff for the hot air, the boiler system, we've got a gas forced air and also a wood fired forced air, both, which is nice. I'm planning on, if I'm down here, if he's still kicking this winter, I'm going to run wood stove for a while at least, and then go from there and switch over to gas as needed. We got the first main bedroom here. Got all the guns out of the house. They all got moved into town and that. Not really a big deal. Just kind of, we thought with the house being abandoned, nobody around, we didn't want the guns left down here. Just, you can see everything's just kind of cluttered. There's just a lot of stuff on the floor, not easy to get a walker through, not easy to do a lot of that, which right now he's not using a walker, but as time goes, he'll need to be using a walker more. And we have the dining room here. It's got the little window air conditioner. I just turned it on a little bit ago to let the humidity come out of the house. It's not really that hot in here, but there's a lot of humidity. Hopefully it'll pull some of the humidity out tonight. The picture of the dogs up there, I don't remember if that's actually his dogs or if that's a picture frame. I think I may have found him with the dogs in it, and they kind of looked like his dogs. I think it's how I end up buying that for him, but to be completely honest with you, I don't know if that's where it came from or not, so I'm going to have to ask him if that's what it is or not. This is the old chimney that would have ran from up through. It got tore out, was never covered up, never replaced. There's a big hump in the floor right here. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I might pull the carpet out or look from the basement, see if I can see what's going on. His old pegboard and that, just general stuff. Some Hooters calendars. He's got, looks like 3 years worth of Hooters calendars over there. Kind of really interesting. I realized that his DirecTV is actually still on. It's supposed to have been turned off a while back, but it's still on, so we got to find out what's going on there. I'm going to get internet hooked up because I'm going to want internet down here so I can upload like these videos and other videos and get on YouTube and all that good stuff. There's the old chair and that, no big deal. I guess more Hooters calendars and that. Internationally famous, I guess. Not sure who that is exactly, but anyway, old, like kind of a modern old China hutch, whatever, not a big deal. You can see in the corners a lot of cracks over there from where the house was picked up and moved. Unfortunately, when you move a house of this age, you're going to have that problem. It's going to definitely happen. He wants this exerciser out of here. We have a dehumidifier here, which I'm going to try and find an extension cord to get it plugged in and get it running. I want to let it run all night tonight too, at least pull out a few pints of water. I don't have a drain hooked up to it. It's only going to be whatever it fills up. But the more humidity we can get out, the better off I'm going to be. The house has a bit of a weird shut-up smell from being closed up. Nobody living here for the last couple weeks. Some old kids' toys, some old shelves, some really old weird stuff in here. Tools, washer and dryer, really nice washer and dryer. Although the washer, I believe it is, keeps throwing the breaker, so we've got an extension cord running to it. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go down and figure that out, but that's down the road, not as important deal right now. Dryer vent just runs out here across the wall, comes out under the vacuum behind you, if you can really see it back there or not. This is the other door that used to be a window, became a door. This is the main door he likes to use. It just has the stairs, goes out. You can pull the car right up there next to it. Works out pretty good there. So the deck's not, it's surprisingly, it's solid stuff. It's got kind of just the old wrought iron piping and stuff here. I might put a coat of paint on that. I'm assuming he just hung his clothes out here as a clothes dryer, plus it's a little bit of a railing. I'll probably get a better railing built just in case he does come out here and stumble and kind of slip or something out, wanting falling off of there. The stairs aren't too bad, but there's like really big washouts and stuff over there that I've got to get filled in with some dirt, just because it's just going to be that much easier getting him in and out of here, and especially putting him on a walker slash wheelchair eventually. I'm going to have to get that much better conditioning before I can be wheeling him in and out of here, assuming he wants to stay here. So he talked about going to a nursing home, but the look of this place, I think I can get some stuff done in here to get it available for him to stay here a while at least. So, and if nothing else, I got to get this place cleaned up anyway, because we got to sell this place so he can pay for a nursing home, because the state won't pick it up until he sells off all his property. So, and right here we just have one of the bedrooms. He had these two rooms built on years ago, added on to the house. I think he should have put on a master bedroom, master bath, and left the other two bedrooms for the kids, but he didn't do that. He built these on for the kids, and they're nice rooms. They're, I don't know, pretty good size. I mean, it's like 10 by 12, maybe something like that. Real nice size rooms, little kind of a walk-through closet in them. Nothing major, but there's just full of just stuff. People just leave their things around. He never made them take their stuff. There's sleeping bags and boots and shoes and old books and old DVDs and an old computer I don't think works, and a pegboard, and just a lot of stuff that I'm not going to be able to handle living here if this stuff is all over the place. So I'm going to go ahead and have to get something cleaned up. There's a mouse trap down in there. I did trip because I didn't want my dog getting his nose in there. My dog's going to be down here living with me too with him in the process. Well, I shouldn't say really living. We're going to be staying out here overnights and going back to my place in the day and that kind of thing, and kind of helping out wherever I need to, wherever he's wanting help. So that's what we got right now. I don't really like to lay out a lot of stuff, but like I said, all the stuff can get moved once I'm down here. Kind of let him have his input into what it is. Just want to kind of give you guys a general outlook. I love this window right here, but it's got this great little shelf. It's always been here forever since Dad got the house, back when Lola had it, all that. Beautiful little shelf, great for plants. I'm probably gonna bring down some of the plants. Nice little nice little window there, lots of sunlight in that. So definitely looking forward to having more of my plants come back in here with me. It's got dual thermostats, one for the wood stove, one for the gas furnace. So that works out real well. Just a lot of, still the carpet just got wrinkles and stuff in it and that. Right now it's not really a tripping hazard, but it might become one down the road. We got to definitely look into all that good stuff. So now I'm going to take you down to the basement. There is an outside entrance, but we're going to go down here through the basement from the main part of the house down to it. And there used to be a deep freeze that was set right here on this shelf. It's not here clearly now. And these stairs are they're solid, but there's no railing. It's kind of an awkward angle and stuff. I brought my dog down it earlier. He got down them a little bit. He kind of didn't like it. But going back up, he really freaked out. And I'll tell you why. Because when you look through the stairs, you can see through it into like a little closet area down below. And that scared the bejesus out of that poor boy. He was definitely not liking that at all. Again, insulated, but it's just paper face backing. There's no paneling, no drywall, no nothing on it. And now we're down in the main basement. There's a bucket there of something. I don't know what it is. Unfortunately, my dog tried to drink out of it for a second, and that kind of freaked me out. But I gotta get that cleaned up before I bring him back down here again. Really beautiful old freezer. I love this deep freeze. This thing is absolutely amazing. I've loved this thing forever. It's been around for ages and ages. It works great. But just random ladders, random stuff. It's just, everything's on the floor. Just like, it's just a mess in there. There's a bed that's never been made up. It's kind of laid out. I have no idea who was staying down here, what was going on. I might stay down here. I don't know. There's a lot of just exposed wires and stuff. There's a pull chain I just noticed. Yeah, there's a pull chain down here. A lot of unfaced insulation down here. Not just, I don't know. There's a lot of little things that a guy could do and kind of help upgrade this place a little bit. Rickety ass fold out bed. Don't know much about. A lot of exposed wires. I think they're going to wall off some rooms. Never got done. A lot of it is the fact that he was planning on doing a lot of the work himself to save the money because he doesn't have much money at all. And he just, with his health like it was, he never fully, he's always like, he always felt like he was in pain. He didn't really know what was going on and that good stuff. So he wasn't able to do a lot of it. And unfortunately, nobody else ever came down to offer to help out in that before. Him and I, we had a falling out years ago. He kind of never talked to me and that stuff. So I wasn't down here. Every time he would call and ask for help, I would be down right away to help him. But he never called very often. Like, I'd help him dig out the septic system to work on it, but then he never called me to help build walls and stuff. So just kind of did what I could do. Like you can see, it's just, I actually can't see much. It's just a cluster of, nothing was ever moved out of the way. So this is going to be a good couple, 3 months probably of just picking up stuff. But the best part's going to be, I'm going to go upstairs, ask him, is this junk? Is this keep? Is this throwaway? Is this junk? Is this keep? Is this throwaway? So it's going to be a lot of that, just back and forth. I might be able to get him down here to help me sort through some stuff where he's down here and saving the trips up and back. But who knows? So a lot of exposed wires, open wires, kind of freaking me out. I don't know if it's hooked to anything, so I'm going to have to bring my wire tester down before I let my dog run around down here by himself too. So just like random old stuff. I have no clue what all is here. Looks like an old fish tank over there. He used to really like his fish tanks. I might set a fish tank up for him again. Give him a little something to look at besides just the stupid TV shows. So this is what would be a garage if you ever finish the house. The outside door comes in, little window there. Garage door. It looks unfortunately like it's the smallest garage door they make. I would have put a wider one on there, but I didn't have a choice. That's what we end up with. A little kind of a junkier table saw. It's like a skill saw maybe. I don't know exactly what brand it is. Maybe it's a Craftsman. Nothing major. Just a nice, decent saw. A couple shop lights. A couple nice chainsaws. He always kept good chainsaws. He burned wood forever. The wood splitter, log splitter, whatever, it works fine, but the governor was bad, so it never really sped up. So it's kind of hard to split big logs. So it's kind of a pain in the butt there. My grandfather's old four-wheeler that my dad bought from him years ago, and the brakes and stuff last I knew didn't work on it at all. Like, they barely would stop you. So you start pulling log splitter down to the timber, it gets even scarier. But that'll probably get used a lot, pulling some dirt around here and trying to fill in like those dirt holes and that kind of thing. And an old cabinet, and just like, wow, I did not ever notice that. That's like a giant air gap right there where spiders are crawling right through that. So I might have to see about trying to get that sealed up and stuff. And he's got a nice insulated door, which is great, except he has big giant gaps on the sides. So the guy that done this work here, that did the extension, was not a very good carpenter, I don't think, either. So it was one of those situations that it was a friend of a friend kind of thing. He's known him forever, and you can see there's a lot of exposed concrete right there I'm not a big fan of. That was way too dry, clearly. They shoveled in a couple shovels of rock, and of course it's right by a door seam, so it's not very secure there. But what can you do? At this point, it's over, done with, so get a couple coats of paint on it maybe, some copper piping, radial arm saw. I might get that set up to help kind of build some different things for him. Maybe in a ramp or something like that. But just a lot of junk down here that I'm going to have to go through and rework, I guess, in the process of getting it all figured out and that. So, oh, it's nice. There is actually a light switch here. I saw there's one by the door. There's one here too. So that's kind of nice. But he's got a lot of random tools, but nothing's in order. I don't know how I'm going to find anything to work on stuff. So it's going to be a lot of just, getting the upstairs where I mostly got to focus all my energy on, getting that upstairs cleaned up as best I can. And that's nice. That door doesn't even latch. So I guess I'll work on that door too. So why it's used having a door with a handle if it doesn't latch? But anyway, who knows? Like I said, I don't blame him that much on it because his health got bad on him and he was having a hard time doing anything and just kind of keeping himself alive kind of deal. So we do have 2 hot water heaters, which is kind of ironic the way it comes in. One of them runs off the wood stove. One of them runs off, I believe it's gas, I believe. There's no chimney, so it must be electric. But anyway, he has a backup kind of thing, although that's actually a gas with no chimney. So I got to find out what to deal with that. So that is clearly a gas water heater with no chimney hooked up. That's going to be kind of fun. But I guess I might be cutting a hole in the concrete wall to put a chimney out. But anyway, I'll work on that at a later date. Not a big deal. That one is electric, so I wonder if he's running that one right now. So, but I know he had ability to run it off of the wood stove. I don't know if he ever actually hooked that up or not, but we'll see when I get down here and start messing with it. So I'm going to go upstairs and turn on the hot water here and make sure I have hot water because I do not want to be moved down here without hot water. And I have what looks like an open pit. I have no clue what the hell it's going to be. I guess that'd be where you put a sump pump, but I don't see a sump pump in there, so gotta get that covered up before I bring my dog down here again and figure that out. So anyway, that's pretty much the house, I guess. So I'll shoot the outside when I get back up there in a second.